Normally, when I review a Geometry Dash level in one of my videos, it's only a part of that video. But for the first and only time, I'll be dedicating this video to one specific level. Recently, BackBeat Revenge was announced as the newest Geometry Dash event level, and it's probably the most controversial event level we'll ever get. Why? Well, it's purely because of one reason: seizures. The level is extremely bright, extremely flashy, and it does not hold back whatsoever. The top comments of this level are filled with people complaining that their eyes were hurting or the level was giving them headaches. Even Insidious, who is a Geometry Dash mod, complained that he had a headache after playing the level. But why am I talking about this level in specific? See, the problem of seizures is not a new thing in Geometry Dash. In fact, it goes all the way back to 11 years ago. Let me introduce to you Crazy Bolt, which is actually one of Funny Games' first levels, who is an iconic Geometry Dash creator and has been for many years. But this is one of the first instances, from what I know, of a level that features flashing lights. More specifically, it's at this ship part at the drop of Clutterfunk, the song that is being used in this level. Now, this level isn't really fully seizure inducing, and it's only this part, but this is the beginning of levels introducing seizure-inducing effects in their levels. If we time travel all the way to 2.0, this was a time where a very infamous level was created, which spawned in a whole new genre of levels, that is, 9 Circles. Now, this is the level that started people talking about whether GD levels should have an epilepsy warning or not. Now, 9 Circles at the time had an effect that was extremely unique at the time, but also the editor was very limited at that same time, so seeing the flashing colors in the blocks was really confusing for players and made people question whether there should be an epilepsy warning. Now, of course, this was back in 2.0, and this is now considered the most basic of levels, and most people won't have many issues with decoration like this. But what I'm trying to say is that issues about seizures and epilepsy and flashing colors have existed for a long time, including for me. Take for example the level Melody by Sweet Dude. This is a level that I've talked about in many of my videos, heavily disliking it for its bad gameplay, but most notably bright decoration, and so much so that my eyes normally hurt whenever I play the level. It's actually such an issue that you'll often see people complaining about it in the comments, and even people like Etzer making a full video complaining about the level, just like BackBeat Revenge. Now, you'll need to know that there's a reason why BackBeat Revenge is the only level that received all of this hate, and not the other levels that I mentioned before, at least in this scale. And it has to do with two things. One, the fact that BackBeat Revenge has no epilepsy warnings, and two, this is an event level made in 2.2, and 2.2 often has crazy effects, including this level. Effects that are much crazier than levels like Crazy Bolt or 9 Circles or even Melody could ever do, to the point where this could cause issues to people who don't normally suffer from epilepsy issues. There are also levels like I Spy with My Little Eye that does also have a lot of flashing colors and also could cause seizures just like BackBeat Revenge, but the most important thing to note is that I Spy with My Little Eye does have a warning for epilepsy in the very beginning of the level, unlike BackBeat Revenge, which does not. Now, you might be thinking of something along the lines of, hey, I'm not really having any issues watching the level. It's only my head that hurts, or maybe my eyes. Nothing's wrong. Why should I care? Well, maybe I should show you one final example that might change things. You're probably aware of the animated series Pokemon, which is literally one of the most popular franchises ever. Now, there was an episode that was made called Electric Soldier Porygon that actually contained seizures during the episode. The seizures were so severe that the episode ended up being banned internationally after 600 people, which consisted of mostly children, ended up going to the hospital. Now, if we correlate this to Geometry Dash, what's preventing a Geometry Dash creator from possibly making a level that contains seizures so severe, possibly more severe than the Electric Soldier Porygon episode, and make the seizures so severe that the level ends up sending people to the hospital just because they played a Geometry Dash level, for goodness sake? Yeah, I don't think that sounds like a good idea, which is why I heavily agree with most of the comments who are suggesting for levels like BackBeat Revenge to add an epilepsy warning just so people don't get hospitalized. I do hope this video spreads the message of just making sure nobody actually gets injured from this, and who knows, maybe we could make a difference. Subscribe, and thank you for watching.